When I first held her in my arms, I thought I'd never be the same again. Her name was Emily. We met on a rainy evening, her smile brighter than the storm outside, and within weeks I knew she was the one. Our love felt infinite. Every day was a promise, every moment a memory in the making. We had plans, travel, children, a lifetime of ordinary magic. But life doesn't always keep its promises. 6 years later, everything changed. We were walking home after dinner, under the city lights and soft rain. She slipped. A car came too fast. I caught her just as she fell, and I held her while her heart left. They said the surgery didn't work. They said there was nothing more they could do. I carried her into the silent night of our living room. I pressed my ear to her chest, and I still remember the brief thump, and then nothing. The stillness echoed louder than any sorrow I've ever felt. For a week, I stayed beside her body. I whispered to her. I begged the darkness to bring her back. On the 7th night, I heard it, a soft whisper at midnight. "Alex, I'm still here." My name is Alex, by the way. I froze, my heart hammered, and I thought that was just grief. But then it happened again, every midnight. A faint beat, not from machines, not from hope, from somewhere between memory and eternity. A heartbeat, Emily's heartbeat, soft, steady, unbelievably alive. I tried to ignore it at first. I closed my eyes. I turned the clock away. I drank coffee. I called friends. But at 12 o'clock exactly, the silence would break, a single thump, 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 and I'd wake, panicked, looking for her, looking for what I couldn't find. I searched her things, her phone, her journal, and in the back of a drawer, I found a small heart-shaped locket. Inside, a photo of us, younger, happier, and a tiny inscription, "Until midnight and beyond." I didn't know what it meant then, but I knew one thing. The locket was alive. It glowed faintly when the clock struck 12. That midnight, the harmless comfort of the living room changed. The lights flickered, the rain outside tapped the windows like a messenger, and I heard her voice, soft but certain. "Alex, I promised you infinite love." I wiped the tears away, but the beating in my chest didn't stop. It matched hers. One night, I followed the sound. I walked through the dark house, guided by the rhythm beneath the floorboards. It led me to the attic door. I'd never been up there. Old boxes, dust sheets, abandoned suitcases, and in the corner, a wooden rocking horse, her favorite as a child, and next to it, the locket, glowing on the floor. I picked it up, and the beating got louder. Thump, thump, thump. My vision blurred. Then I heard Emily's laugh, a youthful laugh like we shared 6 years ago. I dropped to my knees, and the rocking horse began moving on its own. It stopped when I reached out, and the attic went silent. But the heartbeat in my hand didn't. I realized then she was still here, not as she was, but as something more, a promise, a pulse, an echo of love beyond death. I returned downstairs and found a note, folded in the locket's box. "When the clock strikes 12, remember me. Don't be afraid. Love never ends." I wept because I had lost her once and found her again in the rhythm of midnight. From that night on, I changed. I set the lights to dim. I played her favorite songs at 12 sharp, and I joined her in the silence. Every midnight, I held her memory, and she met me there. Some nights, I swear the house breathes with her. The floorboards sigh, the curtain moves, and in the glow of the locket, the heartbeat reminds me, "I'm here. You're not alone." They say love dies with the body. They say grief fades, But I know better now. At midnight, when the world sleeps, I feel her. I listen to the pulse, and I understand what infinite love really is. If you're listening, remember this. Love doesn't stop. It changes form. It can become a whisper, a locket, a heartbeat in the dark. And if you open your heart at midnight, you might just hear it. My name is Alex, and this is my promise to Emily. I will love you until midnight and beyond.